Hi everyone, Don Genoa here with another edition of Foodie Friday for Russell Books. And this week, if you are looking for some new and exciting flavors to bring into your kitchen and your dining room table, I have got a couple of great cookbooks for you. The first one is called The New Mediterranean Table, Modern and Rustic Recipes Inspired by Traditions Spanning 3 Continents. It's by Sameh Wadi. He is a restaurant chef and owner of 2 restaurants in Minneapolis, Minnesota, of all places, but he definitely takes you around the Mediterranean Sea with more places than what you would normally think of having Mediterranean cuisine. So there are recipes in here from the Middle East, North Africa, Persia, Greece, Turkey, Sicily, and southern Spain. So you can't go wrong with those countries as far as I'm concerned. And I was interested in learning some new flavors from these recipes. And the first recipe I made is grilled prawns with harissa. Harissa is a very kind of spicy, peppery paste that you can smear on top of almost anything. And this one also made kind of a relish to go with the prawns: dried currants, flat leaf parsley, mint, sherry vinegar, and extra virgin olive oil. And that is a real lip-smacking dish for sure. The second one, wild arugula salad. Okay, you can't find wild arugula around here very often, but you can certainly go and buy arugula in the grocery store. It's a salad with orange, medjool dates, and almonds. That's that kind of Mediterranean and North African influence coming in there. Also using harissa in this a recipe as well, including mint in this one, and the dates. Slice them thinly and they go really well along with some whole almonds. So that's a fantastic dish. And another thing that I made, it's preserved lemons, because you can use preserved lemons in many dishes from that part of the world, and they're not that hard to make. And here's the jar that goes in here. These are a little bit different than most preserved lemons, which are basically just salt and lemons. This is salt, lemon juice, a little bit of sugar, and some spices, including cinnamon, and there's some caraway seeds, cumin seeds, and coriander seeds. So you kind of stuff those all into a jar, leave it for about a month, and then these things, you use the rind more than anything else. It's really a different flavor that you can add to almost any dish you can imagine. So that is The New Mediterranean Table. The second book, speaking of lemons, is called Sour, the Magical Element That Will Transform Your Cooking. This is another book by Mark Diacono. I've featured him here on Foodie Friday before. And when you think of sour, a lot of people just are kind of like, ooh, like they pucker up. But the way he uses sour in these recipes is really something else. There's some asparagus coming soon for the spring. There's some on sale right now from Mexico. This is a recipe. It's called asparagus, red currants, and tapenade. And it uses little pieces of lemon that you cut right out of a whole lemon, but it goes along with things like, I didn't have red currants, so I used cranberries, dried cranberries. That was a fantastic substitute. And plums and black olives and lemon juice and garlic, capers, thyme. And put that all together in kind of a relish to dress the asparagus in, and I really like that for all the different flavors that were in there. Something a little bit different to do with prawns and celery. I love celery. It's an underrated vegetable, sometimes goes on sale, and you can do a lot of things with it. Prawn Waldorf with sour cream dressing. So this takes the prawns and you simply just poach them or steam them. You add together romaine lettuce that you've shredded, a celery heart, 2 sharp eating apples, and some seedless grapes, and a sour cream dressing, which puts in the sour. But that really, it's a nice, crunchy, and really refreshing salad, even with the sour cream dressing. I don't normally like creamy dressings. This one is definitely a keeper. And finally, a pork vindaloo. It's an East Indian dish. It's a pork dish. You don't get a lot of pork dishes in India, but it usually comes from the Goa region, which has a Catholic component to it, so the eating of pork is allowed. And vindaloo is, wow, it's a fantastic flavor that is made up of so many different things. Yes, it's a little bit to make it, but trust me, once you make a vindaloo, you'll never go back. You'll want it again. So that's 3 more recipes from Sour, the Magical Element That Will Transform Your Cooking, Mark Diacono. You can find these Foodie Friday books on the Foodie Friday shelf at Russell Books on Fort Street. Just go in the front doors, head to the right-hand side of the escalator, and you'll see these Foodie Friday books and a whole bunch of others, and many more cookbooks and other great books at Russell Books. You can also hit them up on russellbooks.com. That's Foodie Friday. I'm Don Genova. We'll see you next time.